In this video, I'll cover the 4-step process that I implemented to increase the value for my niche site by about $120,000. My name is Doug Cunnington. I'm the founder of Niche Site Project. So let me tell you about the results. First, the value of the site went from about $1,200 in December 2015 to about $120 1 year later. And that's assuming a 25x monthly multiple valuation. That's fairly conservative, by the way. I did all of this part-time. I outsourced most everything but the strategy, and I ranked in Google through white hat content marketing. And the investment was $4,000 over 5 months. So it's a big chunk of change, yes, but it's clearly a good ROI. In January 2016, the site made about $100, and in December of 2016, it made about $15,000. And if you want to get your hands on my content templates, which were key to this process, just head over to nichesiteproject.com/scale and I'll email them to you. So $100 per month is fine, but I knew the site had more potential. I know a lot of people are stuck at this point making like $100 plus per month, but you can't figure out how to grow. By the way, leave me a comment if that describes you, and you could share your current income and maybe some details. So it's nice to make a couple hundred per month, but it's not quit your job kind of money. So you could imagine what it was like when the revenue started creeping up. It was like I cracked the secret code or something. Now, after a couple years of just doing okay, I started to figure out what I was doing, and it was through discovering the supply and demand of keywords. And that's the keyword golden ratio. The ratio is this: the number of Google results that have the keyword phrase in the title divided by the local monthly search volume, where the local monthly search volume is less than 250. If the KGR is less than 0.25, then you should rank in the top 100 when your page is indexed. In fact, you should still rank in the top 250 if the KGR is between 0.25 and 1, and it should be pretty fast too. So I published a bunch of content, a staggering amount, over 200 new posts. And that costs some money since I outsourced like 99% of it. The ballpark amount is about $4,000, where $3,200 was for content and $800 was for editing and content management. Now, most all of the content gets some traffic, but I didn't build links at all to the 200 new articles. Adding all that content wasn't easy, and I needed a lot of help. If you want to learn about how I published all that content and get the templates, be sure to check out the link below. Here's the high level steps though, and I'll go into details in a minute. Number 1, find a bunch of KGR terms. 2, hire 2 to 3 writers to help. And 3, get a content manager. Now, step 4 is a little complicated, so let me come back to that at the end. Here are the 4 steps with a little more details. So step 1, find a bunch of keyword golden ratio terms. I aimed for 200, which was kind of arbitrary, but I knew it was a stretch and I would learn something along the way by trying to hit that stretch goal. And before the KGR, the site consisted of product reviews that targeted keywords that had search volumes of like 2,000 up to 10,000. And the KGR really aims for a much lower search volume and significantly less competition. And it's data-driven, not intuition. Using the KGR in December of 2015, I published about 20 articles that averaged 1,000 words each. The articles targeted a specific keyword deliberately, and after a few weeks, almost all of the articles were receiving 1 to 2 visitors a day. After a couple months, 1 to 2 of the articles were getting about 10 to 20 visitors today. And that's a big win when you consider that some of those terms supposedly were only getting 0 searches per month. That's right, 0. I assumed that some or most of the visitors were actually searching for some obscure long tail keyword. And the takeaway is keyword research is really important, and you can't believe what the keyword tools tell you. Those are estimates, by the way. So you can't just take the keyword search volume at face value. Step 2 was to hire 2 to 3 writers to help. I'm a slow writer, and I know other people are better at it. I'm good at hiring people and giving them instructions. So I slowly hired people from Upwork. And here's what my job posting looks like. You can see it's descriptive and it's clear, and that's a differentiator on Upwork. Most people have really bad job postings. I pay about $15 per 1,000 words. Step 3 is to get a content manager. Again, I'm bad at words. Writing, grammar, editing, I'm just terrible. So I take a long time to edit, I'm a slow typer, and I'm a perfectionist. That's a bad set of qualities if you're going for speed and quantity. So I promoted a good writer of mine. I paid her 10 bucks per hour. And if you're thinking that I overpaid, remember this: I'm not trying to get the cheapest price. I'm trying to get the best ROI, the best value. So here's what I realized. I'm the bottleneck. My writers were fast. I had a folder full of content waiting to be drafted in WordPress. It took me about 1 to 2 hours to draft the content in WordPress. So I hired someone to do all of that for me, edit the content, add the images, add internal links, add external links, embed videos, and so on. Then it took me about 3 minutes to review and hit publish. It used to take me 90 minutes or so. Step 4, it really isn't actually a step, but it's even more important than that. You need to take it slow. You need to take your time. You need to grow slowly. Hire one writer at a time. Make sure each member of the team knows what he or she is doing before you add more people. If you add 5 writers all at once, you're gonna get overwhelmed. Now imagine if each person asks one question per day for 4 days a week. That's at least 40 emails you're sending or receiving, and it's probably a lot more than that. So here's the recap. Find a bunch of KGR terms, that's keyword golden ratio, hire a few writers, 2 or 3 to help, get a content manager, and step 4, the most important one, be patient, take your time. And don't forget, you can download my templates, the same exact ones that I used at nichesiteproject.com/scale. The question of the day: what's your strategy to increase income for your niche or authority site? Tell me in the comments below. And remember, check out the comments. Some of the best ideas come from you, the Niche Site Project community. So if you found this helpful, be sure to like, give it a thumbs up. And if you like what I'm doing, check out some of the other videos and consider subscribing. Thanks.